Hey, Pete here for Studio Live today, and in this GarageBand for iOS quick tip, we're going to be looking at song sections. What are song sections? How do we use song sections? And why would we use song sections in our projects in GarageBand? Well, we're going to find out all about the handy features that we have here that can help us create more order and more organization in our tracks in GarageBand. Let's go. Okay, so if you're new to GarageBand, to get to our song sections, we tap on this little plus icon in the top right corner, and here is our song sections. Now, what a lot of folks, including myself, do a lot of the time is we'll just set this default 8 bars either to automatic, which means we can just play our first track and it'll set however many bars we record will be the track length, or we'll actually just manually add in however many total bars we want for our entire song. And a tip here, you can just tap up and down like this, but if you tap and drag up and drag down, you can do that a lot quicker. So let's just say we wanted 124 bars. We can set our section here to 124, and you can see here that GarageBand has adjusted now, and we've got 124 bars here in section A. We can now come back here, we can start recording our instruments, laying our tracks, and record this way. Now, there's absolutely nothing wrong with doing this. It just means that you have one overall section, and some of the tips I'm going to show you in the next part are going to maybe give you an idea of why you should be using sections for some particular projects and types of music. So let's just add some loops here now. So if we wanted to, say, add a loop to this section, we'll go in here. Let's just grab some drums to start with. We'll throw in the amber beat here from the Flex and Flow pack and pop it there, and you'll see straight away that this loop is now taking up our entire song section. So there's nothing wrong with that, because now we can just come back here and we can adjust the end loop for whatever we do. But every time we add in a new loop, it's going to do the exact same thing. So that's sort of one reason why, if you're using loop-based songs or using loops in your songs, you may want to explore using sections. But obviously, if you're using audio recorder tracks, we'll just delete that one. If you're using audio recorder tracks or virtual instruments, then you can just record each section and record each part, and you're still going to be able to split it, edit it, and move it around in chunks. And if you want information about how to edit here in GarageBand, check out my editing quick jam videos for some quick ways to edit both audio and MIDI items here in GarageBand. Okay, so let's show you the alternative way to do this. So first of all, we're going to go to our first section here, and we'll just drop this all the way back down to 8 bars to get us started. So now we're back to one section of 8 bars. So if we tap on our sections option again here, we can now add additional sections. So if we hit add, it'll add a second section here. We'll do it again. So we've now got 3 8-bar sections that we can see behind there. You've got section A, section B, and section C. And if we tap on any of these, it will take us back in to just that section. So now we're just looking at section C. Now, a lot of people don't use sections because they don't like this way. You can still slide between them by sliding back to A and sliding forward to get to C. But a lot of people like to have their whole track in view, and I happen to be one of them. But with sections, we can also do that. So if we go here and tap on all sections, we now have that familiar entire song view. But the only difference is here at bar 9, we've got a little B there, and here at bar 17, we've got a C to indicate which section that we're actually in. Now, with the all sections view on here, if we go to our loops, and let's just throw our funked out drum set, I love this drum set loop in here, we have this same problem. So it's going to go across all of our sections, and we can drag back and set it that way if we want to. But the other option is, if we just go back into our sections here, tap on section A and come back here, now we can work on just this section. So if we want to go to here, and let's just add some, say, guitar to here. What's a nice guitar that's going to sound good with our funky funk? We'll go the electric funk guitar, of course. And we'll throw that in there, and we'll play these together. So that's cool. And now when we go back here to our sections and we go to all sections, it's only actually put it in that first section. So if we continue on this vein, we'll go back to section A. Let's just throw in a couple more tracks. We've got to have some bass, surely. Let's just find some nice funky bass to go with this. Some electric slap bass, perhaps. Let's hear that. There you go, sounding cool. So this could be the intro of our song. So we've got this first 8 bars set as our intro. Let's go back to our all sections again here. So you can see there we've got our first section of 8 bars, our second section here, and our third section. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to delete these sections first, because I'm going to show you how I like to build out a track if I'm using loops or if I'm using virtual instruments like this. We tap on Edit, we're going to delete by tapping the little minus sign here, and then delete, and we'll do the same again, tap and delete. So now we're back to just the one section, and you're probably ahead of me here, but the good thing about using sections is that now we can tap here, and we can just duplicate and go back to our all sections, and now we've got a complete replica of our first section there of 8 bars in our second section, which is a really easy way to go. Now, what we'll do, we'll just go here and we'll just add a third section so I can just show you. If you were using the other method of not using sections, what you would have to do similar is to tap outside, drag a box over these 3, tap, tap again, hit copy, put your playhead in the right spot here, tap, tap again, hit paste, and there you go. You can create your duplicated section doing that. Now, when it's 3 loops like this, it's quite easy to do. Once you get to like 12 or 18 or 32 tracks, trying to drag across all those tracks, copy them, paste them, if you're trying to build out an arrangement, can get pretty tricky. So using sections can be a good way around that, which we've done here. So what I'm going to do now, we're just going to undo that because I've duplicated this section to here. If we can go back here now to section B, let's add in another loop here. So we'll go here. What's going to be nice and complementary? We need, maybe not electric piano even, maybe we come in and we go to some synth sounds. Let's find something funky that's going to sit with our funky, here we go, some electric funk synth lead. That's better. All right, let's throw this in here and see. We'll turn the volume down because that's a really loud sample. You can see there in the waveform. Let's play this. Very cool. So that is our sound as it stands at the moment. We'll go back here to our sections, go to all sections, and here we go. We can see now that we've got that just in this section here. So what we can do now, let's go to our third and final section. We'll tap on section B here, we'll duplicate, and you can see here it's jumped over here and put this over on this section, but not to worry because we've got that blank section there. We can either delete this blank section, which we can do by going editing and delete, or we can actually move the order of our sections. And this is something that's very cool that we can do with sections here, is adjust the order. So if we tap on edit, we can now grab section D over here on the right on these 3 little lines, drag it up, and now if we hit done, section D is in its right spot here. So we'll go back to our all sections view now, and here is our track as it stands so far. We've got the 3 loops coming in there, we've then hit our synth in there, and then we've got our third section here. So what I want to do now is we'll hit add here, let's go to an audio recorder track, and let's lay some vocals over this sucker. And what we can do, we'll just go a little bit before here, and we'll drop in, and I'll record some improvised vocals on this loop. Yeah, get down to that funky beat of the funky loops here in GarageBand. We're playing with some sections, we're really cool because we're singing a song about the thing we're doing, and we're doing it in GarageBand. That's absolutely enough of that. I hope you found that at least a little bit entertaining. So we'll just clip that a little bit back there. What we're going to have to do is turn down the volume of all of these because it tends to put our loops in really loud. Let's have a listen to our transition here of this song. Yeah, get down to that funky beat of the funky loops here in GarageBand. We're playing with some sections, we're really cool because we're singing a song about the thing we're doing, and we're doing it in GarageBand. Oh, how embarrassing. I hope you're appreciating that I'm doing this for instructional purposes. Anyway, so now that we've got that there, let's pretend that this is our intro, this is our verse, and this is our chorus. Well, what if we actually wanted to flip these around and we said, oh, actually, I like the vocals coming in first, and then we're going to go back to our instrumental? Well, again, if we tap here, we go to edit, we can very quickly grab this section D and slide it up, and then hit done, And like magic, they have traded places. So now our vocal section comes in before our instrumental section again. So a really quick way to just adjust your arrangements. And if you've got a long, lengthy arrangement and say you've got a bridge in there, think about if you only had one section, how hard it would be to copy and paste that bridge out, bring in your other section. It's almost impossible to rearrange the arrangement of your song if you don't have sections. So that is going to do it for today. I hope you found this a little bit interesting. It's a basic function, but it's something that's overlooked, and how useful it is something that not a lot of people actually dive into and understand. So I wanted to make sure that you at least have the option. If you want to use the single track mode, the single section, go for it, more power to you. This just might be something to add to your kit bag when you're doing something that's using loops or using more virtual instruments, so that you can make your arranging and your composition a lot easier here in GarageBand. Thanks again for watching. Let me know in the comments, do you use sections? Have you ever? Will you use them now? What's your opinion on this? I'd love to hear from you. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.